Let's say you're like me, you bought Bitcoin back in 2017, you heard some influencer telling you it was the future.
Bitcoin is the wave of the future.
You stacked a few sats, maybe even a full coin or two, and now, years later, you have less Bitcoin than you started with. Oh, not because of some hack or some rug pull, it's because life got more expensive. And you can hold on, am I right? And this is the part that nobody tells you. The hardest part about Bitcoin isn't understanding it, it's holding it. And now, instead of living in that luxury apartment that you've always dreamed of,
you're living in a van down by the river!
When I first got in, Bitcoin was all hype and hope. It was the future, sound money, the end of fiat, the number go up. You couldn't open up YouTube without someone promising $1 million Bitcoin. And I believed it. Thought if I just bought enough or held long enough, I'd be free. But there's one thing I didn't understand back then. The timeline between here and freedom is longer than it feels.
Over the next 5 to 10 years, it will become a no-brainer. It will be like looking back, in 1995 and saying, oh, of course we're going to have computers in every house and every school. But, in 1980, that wasn't a sure thing or a given thing. That was laughed off by, when Bill Gates and Steve Jobs said it's going to be in every house. A computer in every house, everyone laughed at them and thought they were crazy. But now everyone looks back on that and says, oh, of course that was going to happen. So I look at this and think, if you had a keen eye, you can see what's happening. I think it's inevitable. It's just a matter of when, not if.
A video gives you instant dopamine, and a price prediction gives you instant hope. But time is invisible. You can't feel what 5 years actually is. 5 years of groceries, kids, bills, birthdays, rent, gas, debt, and price appreciation. 5 years of maybe next cycle. And all the while, your stack is quietly shrinking. Not because you traded it, but because you had to live life.
When mining, I learned, a couple of interesting things. One is, once you get a taste of Bitcoin revenue, oh boy, you don't want to sell that thing, right? But you keep getting the bills. And so immediately I said, why am I selling the thing that's appreciating? I would rather use it as collateral and meet my expenses and keep the upside. And I had already done really well shorting the Bolivar with the dollar. So this concept of borrowing weak and holding hard asset felt natural.
The fiat world is a gravity well. It pulls you down with rent, insurance, gas prices, school tuition. Every day, the gravity gets heavier. You have to keep running on a treadmill just to stay in one place. Every day, work, earn, spend, repeat. When the weight gets too heavy, what's the easiest thing to sell? Your most liquid asset. Your Bitcoin. Not because you want to, but because your car broke down. Or your kid's school wants another check.
Tough break. I can't take it no more!
That's how I lost mine. Not through gambling, but through the gravity of life. Owning Bitcoin is like sitting at a poker table. The blinds go up. Every single round costs more to stay in the game. That is inflation. Most of us didn't get wrecked on some wild bet. We just got blinded out. One expense at a time. A family, a baby on the way, and dreams of escape velocity. That point where you finally break free from the system's gravity. But escape velocity requires energy. And in my case, I ran out of fuel. Let me just pause here for a moment. When the grid goes down and communication lines stop working, how can you ensure that you can keep your signal? Well, actually, sat123.com might have the solution for you. They are a one-stop shop for all of your survival gear needs. They got gear like satellite phones, Faraday bags, solar-powered generators. They've got it all. Everything you need in times of crisis. And if you go to sat123.com and put the promo code SIMPLY, you'll get 15% off your purchase. Whether you're camping with your family or you're trying to survive a crisis, sat123.com has got you covered. If I could tell my past self one thing, it's this. The goal is not to get rich fast. It's to stay solvent long enough to hold on. Spend less than you earn. I know Bitcoin is very exciting to you, but do not treat it like it's a casino ticket. Treat it like it's an oxygen tank. It may be the thing that keeps you alive in some of the most unsurvivable situations. Every sat that you still have is like a breath of future freedom. Remember, life will probably become more expensive. This gravity well does not stop.
Saving is essential for us as a civilization. And what fiat did is it took that away from us, and then it forced everybody to become an investor, or more accurately, a gambler, because you're not just even, because the money itself is broken, because the money itself is constantly changing in value. Investing is becoming more of a crapshoot. I mean, value investing is completely underperforming compared to market analysis. You know, you listen to the Fed, and what matters to the price of individual companies is monetary policy much more than it is their own performance. So basically, you need to be a junkie watching the Fed and following all of the world's central banks, and you need to learn macroeconomics, and you need to learn what all the central banks are doing, and you need to understand how commodity markets work, and you need to understand how equity markets work, and bond markets, and real estate markets. You need to do all of those things just in order to be able to save and earn and keep the money that you've already earned.
Yeah.
That's the criminal thing about it.
And one last thing, there's an entire community out there of Bitcoiners, and they all like to transact in Bitcoin. So it actually makes sense to make some friends with some Bitcoiners and stay inside that network. The more inside that network, the more transactions you have going on. And the more you have transactions going on, the more you have opportunities to earn Bitcoin. And Bitcoiners are some of the most smartest people in the world, aren't they? And let's face it, sometimes life might offer you something that Bitcoin cannot solve. That's when real people actually matter. Joining the Bitcoin network isn't just about joining the monetary network, it's about joining the social layer network of Bitcoin. Perhaps it could actually help you out in a pinch. Perhaps you'll get new customers because you get into Bitcoin. Perhaps you'll get new friends because you get into Bitcoin. I may have lost my Bitcoin, but I gained an entire community of people.
People that have literally sent me messages and shared with me that they're alive today because they're plugged into this community, that they got sober because they found a group of individuals to help hold them accountable. We have a Bitcoin veterans group for Christians as well, and we have people that have found Jesus and are sharing this journey with other veterans who are walking through that with them. People whose lives are being ultimately completely transformed by being plugged into this new mission with these individuals that have walked on that path and are more than happy to reach back and say, come on, I got you. Let's do this thing. And then to bring them alongside with all of us. And this community is growing exponentially. It's crazy. People just keep on showing up. And the members of this community are so gracious and giving of their time, knowledge, and gifts that we are truly witnessing iron sharpen iron on a daily basis as these individuals just continue to invest in one another.
Right now might be the most Bitcoin you have in your entire life. So stack accordingly. And if you want to stack more Bitcoin right now, then you'll go to Sazmining.com. Sazmining hosts and maintains your Bitcoin miners. They're powered by renewable energy like hydropower. You own the hardware and they handle the uptime and operations, and you collect Bitcoin to your wallet. And if you go to Sazmining.com and put the promo code SimplyBitcoin, you'll get $100 off your first rig. If you want to escape this fiat system that just keeps draining your Bitcoin, book a call with one of their expert team members and start mining today. Try Sazmining.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button below, or you can subscribe to the Simply Bitcoin channel for more content like this. We're coming out with it every single day of the week. Also, do not forget to hit that notification bell. I'm Oceans. This is Beyond Bitcoin. Until next time.